Hi everyone, it's MJ and welcome back. On this brief video, I'm going to go over 3 yoga poses that have a way of attracting abundance into your life. So one of the things I'd like you to think about first is, what does abundance mean to you? You know, for some people, abundance is about health. For others, it's about financial gain. And yet others, it could be about family and friends. So you want to think about what it means to you. I want to talk about 3 poses that begins to open up the energetic field to attract abundance. Now, there are many layers to changing your frequency code that's imprinted within your cellular structure, that's imprinted within your physical structure, your home, that begins to change that frequency of attracting abundance into your life. So that's beyond the scope of this video and is actually something that I do in my Codes of Creation Mastermind system, which is a 26-week training program with over 60 videos in 6 modules. And there is one-on-one training with me. And actually in my module 6, Connection to Your Soul, we really delve into the whole abundance factor. So for right now, we're going to delve into 3 poses, with the first one being a high lunge with a twist. And one of the reasons that the high lunge with a twist begins to draw abundance in is because anytime we twist, we begin to initiate the spirals of creation. So it's about creating. And when we twist, we're also releasing toxins from the body to make space, not only in the physical body, but in the mind for new things, for things that are healthier for us on all levels, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually. And then finally, with the twisting motion, as we begin to turn the head, we bring the back brain to the front, so it comes out of the dark and into the light. So we're actually able to see, hey, you know what? I no longer need that. And when the front brain is moving to the back, we're looking at the past, and we are able to distinguish, hey, there's certain lessons that I really haven't learned, and so they're creating these obstacles, cutting off that abundance to me. So let's begin with that first pose. So you can come into this pose either standing in mountain pose or from downward facing dog. So we'll take it from downward facing dog here. So as you come into your downward dog, and I would also suggest that you warm up a bit before you come into this pose. So we can take the right leg and bring the right foot between the hand here. And once we're in this low lunge position, Ashwasalanchasana, find the expansion across the collarbones. You want to pull up on the left kneecap so we activate the stomach channel and really activate that quad. And then as you inhale, you can rise up. So keeping the right knee, in this case, over the right ankle, pressing through the big left toe mound, engaging the left quad here. The prayer will come into your heart space. And then we're going to rotate, in this case, to the right. So my left elbow will anchor outside the front knee, or the right knee in this case. So we're going to lift up the rib cage, spread out through the lower abdomen, turn from the core of the rib cage, left elbow outside the right knee, prayer over the heart, and then we're spinning and rotating and gazing over the right shoulder. So again, the back brain comes to the front, and the front brain is tapping into the subconscious mind. We can inhale, come back center, open up, press the hands down, and you can step back into your down dog and walk it out. Now, one of the things I do want to tell you here is there's a modification where you can lower the left knee down, take the framework of the prayer over the heart. Once again, we activate the spirals of creation through that twist coming from the rib cage and the core, anchoring the left elbow outside, prayer over the heart, the gaze over the right shoulder. So you can take that modification with the left knee down in this case. So what we do on one side, of course, we would do on the other side. So you would go ahead and work through the left leg in your practice. The second pose that I want to talk about that helps to draw abundance is camel pose or Ustrasana. Now, why does the camel pose help to draw the frequency of abundance into your life? Well, number one, this pose is about trust, okay? Because we're back bending, so we really don't know what's back there, right? So we're going to trust. And part of that trust mechanism is to recognize that we don't need to look outside of ourselves for abundance, but rather everything we need is within. So with this pose, one of the things you want to do, 2 fists to check your distance between your knees. I'm just going to rotate around here a little bit. Now, there are a couple of options that you can do taking this pose, and I'll show you them. So we're going to stand up onto the knees. Now, one of the key elements here is the aces or hip points will come forward into this pose. The tailbone's going to root down, and there's a lifting sensation through the upper part of the chest or thoracic area. So option 1, you can use blocks here and place them by your feet. So you're going to lift up, lengthening up through the sternum, the chest bone. Reach your hands back to the blocks, fingertips away. Press the aces or hip points forward. Lift up. Broaden out through the collarbones, the shoulder blades connecting. If you feel good, you can reach the head back onto the cosmic pillow. Beautiful. And then you can begin to lift yourself back out of the pose. You can also just place your hands on the sacrum, fingertips down. Once again, elevating through the upper thoracic spine, spreading out the abdomen, bringing the shoulder blades together. Press the aces points forward and gaze upwards. You can stay right there and come on back. Another option is you can tuck your toes under. I'd like to say you're putting your high heel shoes on. And then once again, there's a lifting sensation, a broadening through the collarbones, and you can reach the right hand back to the right heel, the left to the left. Place the aces points forward. Lift your gaze. If all is good, lengthen through the cervical spine, and then dip the head back onto the cosmic pillow. You can work your way back up. And then finally, if it's in your practice, the tops of the feet can melt down to the earth. Again, pressing the aces points forward, lifting upwards, finding length through the upper thoracic spine, broadening the collarbones so the scapulas come together here. You'll reach back, right palm to the sole of the right foot, left palm to the left sole. Press the aces points forward, gazes up, and if you're comfortable, drape the head behind. You can begin to glide your way back up and soften down hips to heels. Good. So it's always nice to come into a down dog after that pose, or even child's pose, to just lengthen out the lumbar spine. The third pose is Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance. So you can come into this pose from your downward facing dog. So once again, tuck out the toes, the hips are buoyant, coming into our downward facing dog. We're going to take the right foot and send it between the hands, and then glide the left shin down and sit upon the left heel. I'm just going to spin around here, and then open up the right foot. So this is what the pose looks like. Now, I just want to draw your attention. One foot, in this case my left foot, is down into the earth. And then the right foot is up, facing upwards towards the heavens. So it's a reminder that we can actually navigate our path in life by being in both planes, the earthly realm and the spiritual or heavenly realm. You can take your prayer hands over the heart space, Anahata Chakra, or you can also take your left palm over the heart, Anahata, and take your right hand into Abhaya Hand Mudra, representing that fearless nature. So we walk on our path and through life fearlessly, with courage, knowing we have everything we need within, and we begin to attract that abundance into our life. So, have fun with these 3 poses to energetically begin to increase your frequency to draw that abundance into your life. And for more information of how you can really dynamically move through the waves of transformation, visit my website, mjkasliner.com/codes of creation to really read about my mastermind training system. All right, I'll see you next time. Namaste.